Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Thursday morning, December 4th. So, what are we going to talk about today? I thought we kind of approached the subject you brought up, Mark, and that is, does warranting used equipment make it sell any faster? And it's a yes and no answer. So, stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, if you didn't already know it. And yes, this is the weekday, Monday through Friday. Today is Thursday, the 4th of December, 2025. So what are we talking about today? I mean, you would think common sense would say, well, if you're warranting something for a customer, that it would sell faster. But you really have to look at the complete scenario, right? A, do you know what you have? Is it in decent shape? And have you brought it through the shop? Have you done a complete service on it? How far are you going to go with that machine? And how much money are you going to tie up in it? Because I can tell you every step you take puts that much more money on top of what it could have sold for. And that will price it out of the market. That's what I mean. It's a double-edged sword. Warranting stuff would be great, but there's a lot of givens that you don't know, right? And that is what the customer is doing with it once they leave, how they're using it when they leave, and what kind of maintenance record they have for equipment. Do they just run it into the ground? If you bring a piece of equipment in, what I do is I will buy late model John Deere's, they sell well. Cub Cadets in decent shape. But what I've done is I don't do anything to them. I know the machine. Is it got a warranty? No. Has it been serviced? No. Has it been gone through? No. But if you want those added things, I can do that for you, but it's going to raise the cost of that piece of equipment. That's the way I approach it. Because I have in the past taken the time to do a complete service on something, and then by the time I get all said and done with new blades, new belts, new air filter, complete service done on it, I've already tacked on $400 to $500 more than if I'd have just sold it the way it was. See, some customers that buy from me are good mechanics. They do their own mechanical stuff. But if they see a diamond in the rough and they're just going to have parts involved, they'll jump on it in a heartbeat. Whereas if I tack on my labor on top of those parts and then just kind of fit it into the machine, it just took a $400 machine, made it an $800 machine. Now, if you want to provide a warranty for that machine to the customer, you need to bump it up another $300 to $400. So now you're up to $1,200 on a $400 machine that you could have sold all day long. That now is at the top of its price range. And you've eliminated a lot of people that could have been possible buyers of that unit. So the answer is yes and no. Personally, I don't. I'm smart enough and old enough and been doing this long enough that I see so many people bring stuff to us that's brand new that they've destroyed and they want it under warranty. And they're told that everything is covered under warranty, which is not correct. Even Power Plus, the ones that Tractor Supply tries peddling, it's an aftermarket insurance company that's supposed to be, any issue you have, they'll fix. Read the fine lines. The fine lines say they will not repair or cover the cost of repairs of anything that the manufacturer won't. And the other thing that you don't realize is a lot of times these insurance things are running at the same time as the manufacturer warranty. And what does that mean to you? That means that if the manufacturer isn't willing to cover it, neither is this insurance. It's a bogus charge out there to say that they will, because they won't. I've dealt with all the manufacturers, and I've dealt with a number of the aftermarket insurance companies. And the first thing the aftermarket insurance companies will say, did the manufacturer cover it? If the answer is no, they're not going to either. But if you answer yes, then they're going to say, okay, then you've already been covered. You see what I'm saying? Some insurance, I guess, is okay, but, house insurance, liability insurance, but even like Harbor Freight, you go there and you're looking at buying something new, right? And they try to sell you this warranty. But what they don't tell you is that it's warranted up to 60 days without it. So if you have it for 60 days and something happens to it, bring it back and they will replace it. You don't have to pay the extra insurance replacement costs, because if you pay the replacement cost, you're just giving Harbor Freight more money because they're self-insured. Easy peasy, right? This I like to have be a group discussion in the comments. You guys that are flipping lawnmowers and stuff like that and have a shop, or even automotive and have a shop, and doing lawnmowers. What's your take? Because I've tried them all, and what seems to work the best is just selling it the way it is, as is, and if that customer wants anything else done, we can do it, but it's going to be at an added charge. Whereas if I just put the stuff into it and add it in, I've eliminated 3/4 of my buyers. Sound reasonable? While we're talking about it, let's talk about warranty and what warranty really is. If you're floor planning and even if you're not, see, I'm not floor planning, but one of the first things I did was set up as a warranty shop for all the major small engine, companies and stuff. And also for a lot of businesses like Tractor Supply, Lowe's, Walmart for a while, trying to think of the one that's online. We do a lot of theirs. But what I found is probably 98% of the time it's non-warranty. And I'm looking at dropping some of my certifications. And why is that? Because if it's non-warranty, why am I paying every year to become a Briggs, a warranty shop with the books and the courses and everything else? Kohler schools, books. A lot of it you can get online now. But is it the cost analysis? Is it worth it? And what I'm saying is, if you're being honest with the manufacturer and with the customer, then the answer is probably no. Honest to God, it's probably not worth it. I know that a lot of dealers throw things through as warranty when it's not warranty. If you're willing to do that, then I would say yes. But if you're just willing to look at the facts and decide who is in the right and who should cover the cost, you're going to find that the customer is the one holding the reason it got there and the reason that they're going to have to pay for it. Doesn't matter how high they scream or how loud they scream. I've had customers take their machines from here and take it over to another shop that was willing to fudge it and then come back and tell me they got it warranted. Well, good for you, but I'm an honest person. I can't do that. I could, but I wouldn't feel right about it. I'm not willing to give up my morals just for the almighty dollar. You can't chase the almighty dollar. It will put you into the ground faster than anything. So saying that, you guys that do warranty work, is the cost of keeping that certification worth it? Be curious to know in the comments. I know today isn't going to be a very long, drawn out video because I'm kind of feeling a little off today, but my best advice to anybody, especially if you're flipping lawnmowers, is if you're doing it for a side hustle, good chances are you're not counting your labor. You're giving yourself a freebie on that one. So you just have the parts involved. And you can make decent money. If you started figuring out your labor, excuse me, even at $50 an hour, I think you'd find that what you're making is a lot less in the end. So on that note, you guys have a great Thursday, and we'll catch you here bright and early tomorrow morning for the final day of the work week. Enjoy your day.